thought it's been a while. We probably should start this video off correctly. Welcome back to the channel. As you've probably noticed, it's a bit longer than what I said it would be until I started this new season, I guess we can call it. So I was supposed to get down here and start in October, but as you've probably noticed, the weather's not been great. The whole of winter's not been great. I'm one of the fortunate ones. My polytunnel has survived. Just off on the camera there, you can see that's all absolutely trash. If I just turn you around a little bit, all the way along needs replacing. But I have plans for that this season, so we'll share that in another video though. Hope you've been well, hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year. It's late, it's February, but you know. So yeah, thought I'd come down today and just tidy up really from all the wind and stuff. I'm sure that's not all of the wind we're going to get. It's an absolute glorious morning. It's going to rain around about 3 o'clock, so hopefully I'll get a bit done before then and be able to get back and listen to the football, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to start by probably turning some of the beds and getting rid of some of the greens that are in the beds. The broccoli didn't do great. Brussels didn't do great. But hey, it's another season now, isn't it? Try again. And that's what it's about. It's about trial and error and going again. Now, I did get a lot of good stuff this year, last year, not this year. And unfortunately, I didn't share that journey with you because I spent a lot of time just clearing the plot. And every time I came down, I had to cut the grass. So this year is I'm going to put some paths in this year. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Probably get some weed suppressant for top of the grass and then bark on the top. But a lot of people don't like the weed suppressant on the allotment because when you leave, people don't know it's there, especially if it's been left to overgrow a bit. So my commitment is, if I do that, when I leave, I'll chuck all the bark, well, as much of the bark as I can in the compost and take up the weed suppressant so the next person doesn't have to deal with it. And maybe that's the way we should really be. If you're starting to lose love with your allotment or something like that, maybe we should go down and try a bit harder to clear it up a bit, ready for the next person. Now, if it doesn't get let for a long time and the weeds grow, then that's not your fault, but you know. So let's start the day off with a coffee, and then I'm going to show you around, look at the destruction, because there is destruction. Not that much on my plot really, but there is some windows smashed at the back and stuff like that. But yeah, I think there's literally 4 polytunnels left standing on this allotment, and we have a lot of plots. I think we have over 60 plots on this allotment. I am on the committee, and I'm not looking forward to when people start returning. Maybe next month people will start returning more. But yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be disheartened. There's a lot of fences down. Luckily, I think we've only had one major tree down that backed onto a school, but that's been sorted. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame to walk around and see the destruction of these storms that came through one after another. But it's what it is. Pick ourselves up, go again. It's 2024. Let's do this. So here we are at what was the brassicas. So what we're going to do is we're just going to clear this bed and clear the bed next to it, and then I'm going to turn it over and get some life back into it, and ready for whatever we do next season. I might even put some cardboard over the top, but we'll see. Maybe the frost will be a good thing to hit if we get any. So yeah, let's just get through it and get rid of it. Let me know what you've been up to. Have you been down the plot yet? Are you waiting for a little bit longer so it dries out a bit more, because it is a bit wet? Got any big plans for the season? Like, my paths are the biggest thing this season, I think, and that rusty shed, got to get rid of that this year. Keep saying I will, never happens. But once the season comes thick and fast, you just don't have any time. Maybe I planted too many in here and that's why they didn't do so well. A bit too close together and fighting for root space. This is the best my Brussels did this year. Oh, brick. Nearly came through the camera. So this is the best my Brussels did this year. Not great. We still took some, you know, at Christmas, but it tasted okay. Also, was you one of the unlucky ones this winter? Did you lose your polytunnel or your greenhouse? So sorry if you did, but share below, let us know. The grass is starting to penetrate in this bed now as well, especially around the edges. But I did get a whole season without any grass, so that's always good. So what we'll do is we'll move on to the next one, which is just over here. I won't put you in my garlic, that won't be good. So these ones were put in very late and I wasn't sure if they'd do anything, but it looks like the birds have probably fed on them during the winter, which I don't mind, to be fair. You know, it's good that they've got something to eat. They smell gorgeous. They've still got the smell. hoppity skip over here. Right, what I'll do is I'll go put that in the compost, and then I'll go get a fork and I'll dig these over, and I'll bring you back when we're on to another job, probably the plastic next. Get that cleared away the best we can. Welcome back. So I've dealt with one of them. The other two really need proper digging, so I'll do that later on or another day. So onto the plastic. I have moved that piece back. That was salvageable, but these three pieces are definitely not salvageable. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you around, give you a quick overview what I want to get done before spring gets here, really, and then we'll put you on a time lapse while I deal with the dreaded plastic. Now, this is the downside to doing this, so if you are thinking about doing this, when a storm comes, there's a lot of plastic to deal with, but make sure you dispose of it properly. Sorry, the sun. Make sure you dispose of it properly and don't just go and leave it around, because otherwise it'll just get in all your stuff eventually and you'll be picking it out for years. So the plan is to, as you can see, most of it's dead. There's not really anything alive under there. It has been covered for best part of 2 years. Well, this has been covered for nearly 4 years, but this is where I grew the pumpkins last year and they did absolutely astonishing. So this year I'm going to remove the plastic. I'm going to rotavator all the way down to here, so it's just going to be a clear space. I'm ready to go. I'm going to do pumpkins again this year, so this plastic that I've got the holes in probably will go back, because it just helps keep the moisture in, so you don't have to water them anywhere near as much. When you first put them in, you need to water them, obviously, and then once they've grown to a decent size, you just leave them. And when it rains, people say, oh, the moisture doesn't get in the ground. It does. It finds its way in, and them roots do find their way to that water. So my destruction is very limited, really. So as I said, broken window that was lent against there, my fault. It was in the polytunnel, and to be fair, that is completely on me. I need to clear out, sorry, you're gonna have the sun glare for this bit. So I need to clear this out. This is where all the Japanese knotweed grows, and we've started treating it. We treated it in October last year. I need to get used to that, but I need to get the artichokes out because they've started growing again, and clear out around them so they've got the best possibility of growing. Also down here, this was all on the floor when I came. Put it back up. That's my cardboard storage. Just got my cardboard in there. Pallets and stuff are still all okay. These were all over the allotment. All these barrels and stuff were all over the place. This was on its side. Shed's still standing. Shed's still doing its thing. This year I want to utilise down here a bit more, but there is Japanese knotweed that started growing down there, so, and we didn't treat that bit last year, so we've got to do that. I need to maintain the trees. I don't think I need to really do much to the trees this year, so that's good. We didn't get a harvest off these 2 trees. We only got a harvest off this 1 tree this year, and I think that's because I pruned them last year, and I probably pruned them a bit wrong or late. I'm not sure which. It's hard to do this without showing you the sun, because we're south facing, so we get the sun all day, which is amazing. You know, a lot of you wish you were blessed with that. So this is where my raspberries were, and it's just a dead space last season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do rows of, this is going to be raspberries. All of this area will be raspberries. I want to get a few different varieties as well, because there's some earlies and then some later ones, isn't there? So yeah, I'm hoping to do that. I'm really going to give these bushes a real good prune this year. Going to get, like, they're going to look quite hollow, to be fair, but it's what they need. And these gooseberry bushes, sorry, you are going to have the sun for this bit, they've just ran wild. I didn't get round to them last year because I was doing the trees and the fruit bushes, but this one's going. I'm getting rid of that one, and then hopefully I'm going to put a bed down here for flowers, because I don't really have flowers on the plot, and that's one of the things I really want to try more. So you've probably seen this a few times in the video and you're wondering, why does it just keep piling up? Every time we get a skip on the allotment, I miss it. This year, hopefully I'm going to plan it around when I'm available, and then be able to get on there really early in the morning. I'll get down here, get it up to the gate, and get rid of all that, because that needs to go, because that'll be a really nice flower patch there as well. So there is new hedgerows in there. You can't really see them, but there is new bushes in there, so that's going to be cleared over the winter, and hopefully I'm going to probably put some new, because it did have bark all over it but doesn't now, and you can see them better here. So these are the new hedgerows that were put in last year, and they seem to be doing okay. But yeah, they're my compost heaps. I've not used them. That one's probably ready to go and be used for actual compost, because that wasn't used at all last season, so that should have broke down really well now and be ready to use. Those two are obsolete. I've not used them at all. I'm using the Dalek one at the moment, which is over there. So sorry it's going to be glary, but as you can probably see at the back right there, that's someone's polytunnel. It's literally blown over and absolutely trashed. My sister's is absolutely fine. We're very lucky because we are in the open here, really. We're not really, like that side you've got trees that cover you, but here nothing, even though apart from those two over, I think these are really the last four and the greenhouse. That one's done. I know it looks like it's good, but it isn't. It's blown out completely, the front and back, so that's done as well. But yeah, I think we're the only four left, and it's really bizarre. Really bizarre. Can't really work it out, but yeah. These are the strawberries from last year. I don't really know how I'm going to deal with these, because this grass is just matted in with them, and they're tiny strawberries. Apart from this one's a big strawberry, but yeah, I don't know. I do have strawberries down at the other end. So, and then the dreaded shed. It needs to go this year, preferably before we can't burn anymore, because some of that's not even usable anymore. Best thing for it is get it burnt and then use the potash or wood ash on the allotment. Obviously I won't burn the plastic on the roof and stuff like that, and then make this a space for maybe a seating area or something like that. Trim back the brambles as I do every year, but you can't trim them back too much because they're a good defence against the people that live behind. So yeah, that's really, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. It's an awful lot for one person, and it's not like I can be here every day. That's the other thing. Like weekends during the summer when there's no football is my best time to get here, but you know, I need to probably make a dog safe pen somewhere on the allotment so I can bring my dog down, and then I can get more hours down here, because he's starting to get used to the car. It's took him a long time, but he is starting to get there, and I've done that quite a lot this year. And then obviously I need to dig over all the beds, which is just common, you know, we all have to do that. Polytunnel, it's not open at the moment, When we get in there, I will show you the plan for that. Big plans for in there this year. But yeah, one step at a time. I'm only here till 2 today, so get done what I get done. Like I said, I'm going to do the plastic now. I'm going to chuck you on a time lapse while I do that, because it's going to take me a long time, and my memory card might even run out while I do it. So I might even just do a bit of time lapse and then bring you back when I've completed it. And I'm going to make either recover it, but it's a bit windy, or just leave it uncovered for now and see how it goes over the winter. If stuff starts growing back in there, then you don't want to be rotovatoring the weeds again. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'll bring you back soon. See you guys. Right, so it's time for the dreaded plastic. Like I said, I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I do this, and come back when it's done, and I'll make my decision up on if I'm going to recover it or if I'm going to just leave it open. But yeah, I'll bring you back when I've done. That was a pleasant surprise. That one's not damaged. Doesn't look like I got much done on the time lapse, but I'll bring you back when I'm done. Welcome back. So that's all done. Salvaged more than I thought I would. So if I just show you, there's literally just one piece kind of missing. I'm going to replace this one at some point, but may as well keep it covered for now, and probably cover that one up again actually, but I'm going to leave it a few days and let some moisture get in there and then cover it back up. I'm now going to move on to this side, clear this out, get the old Japanese knotweed stalks out, clear up the bramble at the back, and just make it look a bit more neater than it is, and get this blasted glass off the floor. But yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to leave this one here, and I will come back to you with another video soon, and we'll focus more on clearing the plot and yeah, and making it look more ready for the season ahead. As you can tell, it started, well, I don't know if you can tell, it started raining a bit, and that's why I'm going to stop the video, because it's not great to record in the rain. But yeah, all right, well, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Stay safe.